Over the years, I've been asked by many people who love Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 if any of these side games are worth playing. And my answer has always been, play Birth by Sleep. It was a side game that absolutely deserved to be a numbered Kingdom Hearts title. As far as gameplay goes, the new combat systems introduced here are just excellent. It's some of my favorite in the entire franchise. Each character has their own little stylistic differences of abilities and movements, but they're all fun to play. You can really experiment around and find a style that you like. As cliched as it sounds, you really can play the game the way you want to. Birth by Sleep has 3 main characters, each with a separate story to complete. The default order being Terra, Ventus, then Aqua. This is the way that I myself and most others first played it, and it's a fine order to do them in. But on the off chance that someone's watching this before playing, I'd make one suggestion. Play Ven first, and then Terra. For those coming from previous games, Ven controls the most like Sora, and will feel the most comfortable of the 3 to pick up. While Terra is very fun, he also has the deepest moveset of the 3, which can be hard to really experience when you're brand new to the game. Starting with Ven and getting your feet wet will help ensure you get the most fun out of Terra's section once you get there. As far as story goes, Terra's is the most central to the plot, but delaying him creates a nice little mystery. Throughout Ven's journey, you'll hear all these rumors about what trouble Terra's been getting up to. And then you play Terra's campaign, and you get to hear his side of the story. Aqua is still best saved for last, as most of her levels take place chronologically after the boys. She gets the short end of the stick for cool moves, but it can still be a fun challenge to master, having to make do with less. The gameplay is the most consistently good part of Birth by Sleep. So now let's talk about the story itself. The general plot points of the game are really good. I love the parallels of Terra, the misguided hero, falling to darkness, but not before passing his Keyblade along to Riku, who himself would later go astray. I love how we see Sora inadvertently bring Ventus into his heart, and providing a neat basis for why Roxas is identical to him. And seeing Aqua bring forth Castle Oblivion gave me chills. Top all of this off with the consistently beautiful music of the series, and it makes every key moment of the game light your soul up with passion.
I've become a part of their heart, just as they've become a part of mine. My friends are my power, and I'm theirs!
But it's in the individual scenes where the cracks would show for me. A plot point of Hades tricking Terra the same way he later did with Cloud sounds great, but Terra gets so quickly duped within one scene that it's almost comedic. A scene where Aqua meets young Kairi sounds so charming on paper, but the dialogue is so awkwardly paced, and they keep winking to the audience about the fact that it's Kairi.
There's light within this girl. You think that's why they attacked her?
If you ask me, she must be somebody pretty extraordinary.
Yes. I'm quite certain she's someone we're supposed to protect. Kairi. Something tells me I didn't run into her by accident.
Yeah, it's Kairi, we get it. In previous games, I think we were able to mentally brush off a lot of strange writing because of the game's strong characters. It didn't matter how silly these concepts were sometimes. The main cast could still sell us on it. But as Birth by Sleep's story amped things up to the next level, I had a harder time warming up to Terra and Aqua in the same way. With most of Kingdom Hearts casting, I think they've always made great choices. But to me, Aqua and Terra represent a rare misstep. Overall though, Birth by Sleep is still one of the best entries of the whole franchise. There's so many great new ideas brought to the table for both the narrative and the gameplay. And frankly, it's still amazing how much they managed to fit into a PSP game. The Final Mix HD release does add some cool extras that benefit the game, but you still can't help but imagine what this game could have been if given a PS3 game's budget and scale. For the 15 years that fans were crying out for Kingdom Hearts 3, Birth by Sleep felt like the closest we'd get to see to a new mainline Kingdom Hearts game.